everybody. I was going to say good morning. Holy cow. Good evening. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. It's really nice to see everyone here tonight. I saw some howdies a moment ago. Let me just say hi to everybody. Whitney Cox, how are you? Welcome to the show, Whitney. Hey, Ryan, how are you? Liked early for good juju. That's that a boy. Thumbs up, especially these first few minutes of every show. Guaranteed to get a sale. Right now, you're guaranteed. You leave a thumbs up, you got a sale. But welcome, Ryan. Good to have you, man. Mr. Holton, how are you, Steven? Great to see you. Hi, Karen. Welcome aboard. Hello, Sandy. Welcome to the show. Hiya, Jim. Good to see you, too. Kim, welcome. It's been a little bit. Welcome back to the show, Kim. Mark is here. Welcome aboard, Mark. Popeye is here. Welcome. Evening, just sitting down to dinner. No problem. Uh-oh. We have something to feast on, huh? Everybody's going to have to jump in. Let's check that out. See, he got me already. The first comment, and he got me already. Welcome to the show, John. Thanks a lot. What do we got? Oh, that's you? Holy cow. Yeah, check that out, everybody. A French real photo? Wow. That's crazy. Is that one you picked up on Del Camp? Fantastic. Everybody go check that out. And so much for the show. Anytime you're feeling a little good about yourself and the way the sales are going, just take a look at one of Popeye's auctions. That's crazy, man. Good for you. Congratulations. We'll get back to that. Hello, Dawn. Well, Dawn is here on time. Welcome to the show. You're eating dinner? That's okay. No problem. Everybody enjoy their meal. Hello. Yeah, Ron, we said, hey, Puddings, how you doing? Welcome. And hello, Joe, who's still in the afternoon, but that's okay. Welcome to the show, Joe. Hello, CJ. It's all right. You're on duty, though. I know you're always on duty, and welcome aboard. Hello, Roy. Villarreal. Good evening and welcome aboard. Hello, Jeff. Welcome to the show. Cameron is here. Hey. Welcome, Cameron. Cameron is sold a print ad. He happily let everybody know on a comment in one of my most recent videos. Mark lets us all know that Disney sells. Yes, they do. Postcard, print ad, toy, bobblehead, old ticket. Disney is Disney. Big fans. And actually, I got an Epcot shirt on, too. So, yeah, I've heard Disney sells. Hello, Audie Mike. How are you? Guten Abend. How are you? And Purple Sorko is here. Welcome aboard, everybody. Apologies for Friday. I told you we had a family thing. We went to visit a relative on Friday evening, so I wasn't able to do the listing show. But we are back. Good question, Ryan. And if you want to wait a little bit till, unless maybe Mark knows, I'm not sure. But I have never purchased anything on Del Camp. If anybody has, feel free to let Ryan know what the deal is with purchases. And I was going to say whatnot, but I didn't mean the app. I meant, and whatnot, the expression for Del Camp. But I know Popeye for sure buys on, he sources on Del Camp all the time. Hello, Victoria. Welcome to the show. Good to have you aboard. Yeah, because, this is a Disney thing, so I don't know how many people out there are Disney things. To me personally, Star Wars and Disney, never the two shall meet. It's a forced relationship because, they bought out Lucas. So now it's equivalent, like I say, of Disney suddenly buying Bugs Bunny tomorrow, Warner Bros. They probably do own Warner Bros., but you know what I mean? Buying something that's been out forever and been an iconic brand unto itself, and suddenly it's under the Disney umbrella. And now everybody that loves Disney has to and a lot of people do like Star Wars, and I'm not even against Star Wars, but I just don't like this forced association with Disney at all. At all. But again, that's a whole other, that's for my Disney show. Del Camp. Oh, okay, no problem. I know that, right, no pun intended, Dawn. Yeah, I know John talks. In fact, that link, if you check it out, everybody, I don't mean to speak for him, but I know he's done really well sourcing postcards, real photos, and kind of rare Disney stuff. Yeah, you like that, right? That was good. Here you go. Steven knows. You have to make a Del Camp pay account. Okay. I guess you have. I know it's an offshore. I don't know. Is it Holland or the Netherlands? Something like that. I'm sure there's going to be some currency exchanges and all that jazz. So who knows? Little Mermaid saves the Earth. Yeah, I again, it is a forced association. Not a fan. Hey, Vintage Codger, how are you? Yeah, thanks a lot for that, Stephen. All right, so off the list is the Disney conversation. No, I'm not kidding. I rarely do this, but I actually made a very quick little list of things I wanted to touch on tonight, in addition to whatever we just happened across, in the course of a conversation. But my first thing was I just wanted to say a very big thank you. I don't know who did this, but there's a link. A lot of YouTubers use this. It's called Buy My Coffee. You can make it buy my beer, buy a slice of pizza, whatever. It's just a way to show appreciation for a channel, right? I've had a couple of people give me the buy a coffee things, and I always write thank you right away in the app or in the program. But today I got an anonymous, somebody bought me 5 cups of coffee anonymously and just said that, thanks so much for the material, something like that, and spending the time to be with us. So if you're watching the show and you want to remain anonymous, again, I just thank you very much. I did reply back, but I don't know who it's from. That was really greatly appreciated. So let's cross that off. I wanted to make sure that was first and foremost, because that was very cool. 5 of them. If anybody didn't see yet that watches my show with regularity, I did put up a printed video, volume 8, a few days ago, Thursday or Friday. I don't even remember what day I launched it, but it's kind of like what to do with the remnants of the magazine once you've plucked all the feathers off. Once you've gotten all the ads out. It's just a couple of ideas that I came up with. And again, I welcome everybody. If they have additional ideas, leave a comment in that video. But check that out if you haven't checked it out. It's right on my playlist on the channel. It is, I think it's volume or edition 8, whatever you call it, of that series. So that's number 2. 2 things I wanted to hit on. Moving and grooving. Third, my birthday is coming up next week, but that's not even what I'm talking about. On Saturday. Early birthday gift I received from my wife. She picked up the postcard book by Mary Martin. I linked a video in my, really need to get these terminologies down. My the section on YouTube where you could discuss things back and forth. I always forget what it's called, but whatever. You know what I'm talking about. In that field, I put a link to a video with Mary Martin, who's like this postcard guru who has a mega, presence in the postcard community. It's an interview with her from a year or 2 ago, I think. And then she was basically talking about this book that she put together with somebody else. So anyway, I got a copy of the book. It's beautiful. Maybe 200 pages, 150 pages, illustrated. Just kind of, it's really great. I mean, I didn't know her history at all. And after watching the video and reading the book a little bit, her parents were huge in the postcard thing. She's sort of, she's the beneficiary of all that. And she's been in it her whole life. She's probably, I shouldn't guess a person's age, but she's probably around my age and probably maybe 50s something. She looks maybe even 40s. She's much younger than I thought. I thought it was going to be this established woman who's been doing this forever. But it turns out she's not. But she's very, very, very knowledgeable, really sweet, great interview. So check out that interview if you're interested. And the book was awesome, really, really good. I haven't even finished it yet, but it's very readable. It's an easy read. She offers sort of a price guide, just general concepts about certain types of cards. What I really found intriguing was why they're collectible. Why do people gravitate towards certain periods or certain types of cards? Really cool. So check out that too. There is a link again in my. Let me look it up. I can't believe I can't think of the name of this stupid thing. Hold on. Drives me nuts. I keep having the word membership in my head, and it is not membership. Community tab. There we go. It's in my community tab on the channel. So check that out if you want to watch the interview with Mary Martin, and you could find out about where to pick up the book. We got it right off of Amazon. It wasn't expensive either. So check that out if you're interested. Really good read for all of us postcard people. For me, it's going to be very educational. All right, that's what, 1, 2, 3 items down on my little list of 4 items. Let me get back to saying hi. Del Camp is in Belgium. Thank you for that, Stephen. Thought they were in Holland or something. Vintage postcard guy, how you doing? Welcome from sunny Sarasota. We're always going to assume it's sunny in Sarasota. Welcome to the show. What's up, Matt? How you doing? Good to see you, man. And there is a video with Dawn. Is that with the Mary Martin interview? Not on Whatnot during his show for the first time in a while. Oh, really? Cool. Well, welcome aboard. Hang out. Do what you got to do. Appreciate you taking the time. You'll be lursting than plurking than lursting it. Hey, worst ways to spend a Monday night, I think. Yeah, absolutely, man. My wife has it upstairs, but I'll go get it. It's a very nice book. I'd be happy to show you. Busy listing political ephemera. Interesting. Do you have it, Purple Circle? Yeah, it's a very nice book. Really, laugh. Man, with these abbreviations. You have an autograph book. Oh, really? Very cool. Yeah, she seems to be really very pleasant, and in the interview. It was really nice. I liked hearing the backstory. The link is my video. Okay, cool. Thank you. The volume 8 one. But yeah, Cameron, absolutely. I'll get the book. In fact, let me summons Mrs. Flippett, see if she's available. She is 3 floors above me right now, working in this loft area that we have on something kind of cool. So let me just see, because she was reading the book. I knew she would love it. Summons Mrs. Flippett. Let me just confirm that she has received said message. Hey, Jackie Jack, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Good to have you. And Mark says, Kevin just recorded a video and used a comment you left and called out your channel. Cool. Mount Rushmore. Wow, very cool. Yeah, Sherlock. Sherlock's been a little scotch today. For those who aren't, ethnic, the scotch is like a little pain in the neck. Scoochaman. You just got a proof or whatnot. Oh, very cool. Congratulations. Thinking about using it to unload some of your common cars that have the longest tail time on eBay. Do you think that's a smart idea or an added distraction? The only thing about to know going into whatnot, Brian, is the vast majority, at least in ephemera, of people that are going to be on your show, on your auction, are other resellers. So I don't know that auctioning off really common stuff is going to land you a bunch of cash. You probably make money provided you didn't spend a lot, for the selection of cars that you're considering auctioning off. Popeye's made a pretty good business out of doing this for months, so he makes good money at it. He has insane volume, as we all know. So it's not to discourage you. I think it's a good idea, sure, but just know that the people that are buying are going to be most likely going to be other resellers. So if you have that in mind, don't expect to make a boatload on individual cars for sure. So if you just give them out in some lots, I'm sure I'm always on the lookout. I know that. I know a lot of us are. Matt's wheeling and dealing. Yeah, he has a great video, Jim. Really good video that you just posted about what was it, a Facebook group or something, I think you said? All right, Mrs. Flippett has informed me that Sherlock is cuddled on her lap at the moment. If he moves, maybe we'll get a look at the book. But if you can hang out for a little bit, Cameron, I'll definitely bring it. I'll go get it. If worst comes to worst, I'll just go get it. It'll only take me 20 minutes to go up the 3 flights of stairs. Don't worry about it. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. Too late. Postcards arrive here tomorrow, but the lady has some stuff that may be good flea market stuff. Nice. What's going on with you guys? Did you read the little blurb I put in the video about we're kind of in the dead of winter, just about, I think February 1st is like the exact middle of winter, technically, from a calendar point of view. But, middle of the winter, is it doldrum time for many of you guys? You're doing well? You're doing better from December? I know a lot of people talk about January being a carryover from December, and usually I'm in that boat, but unfortunately my January has not been very good. Especially this last week has killed me. Always a good practice to look at your numbers, obviously. And I just do a quick little, right out of eBay, just comparing month over month, even like year over year. This period, January 1st to the 23rd, I have up from last month, and I'm down like 14% from December so far. But then the scary thing for me was when I went to this time, same period for last year, I'm down like 19% from last January 1st to 23rd. So we'll see. No panic here. I have a lot of long tail stuff. And to really succeed and make a fortune, you need tens and 20,000 and 30,000, I think, postcards and ephemera stuff, because they are basically all long tail things. Although I'm very pleasantly surprised by the popularity of postcards. They sell well. They are long tail, I guess, conceptually, but they sell. So anyway, I'm down for January so far. I was like 3 weeks in, a little over 3 weeks in. So we'll see what happens. We'll turn it around. For me, it's a winter doldrum situation. I was doing all right, but this last, since, what are we, the 23rd? Yeah, since like the 15th to 16th, it's slowed down a lot for me, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens. No sense of panic. You list your sell, as someone once said, and that's very true. So just keep listing through it, and the smoke will clear. Yeah, no problem. I'll bring it down, man. I'll show you. Yeah, Mike has an autograph copy. That's really cool. Jackie Jack says, over the weekend, you sourced it, some wheeling and dealing, and picked up 219. Beautiful. Yep, both are authorities on postcards, so I'd highly recommend, obviously, if anybody isn't familiar with Perish the Thought, either one of these gentlemen, definitely go check them out. Popeye's Postcards, and Mark is SM Postcards. Check them out on YouTube. Learn a ton. Yeah, that's true too. Right. If they're already listed, I mean, it depends. If you just have a stash that you don't feel like listing, that you think are very, run of the mill sort of stuff, there's nothing wrong with, throwing them out there and see what the market bears in real time. It's one of the cool things, sobering things at times, but about Whatnot is it's an immediate, result. It's not putting something out and just letting it sit and see what happens. It's you'll know right away if anybody has any interest in your stuff, which can be good or bad. But you could also pivot. You can do anything you want. I love the freedom of Whatnot. I like that I can switch it up from, I could do records one night. I could do, in the same show, I did a potluck show months ago, which was like anything. I had a death pile, and I grabbed stuff from my death pile and said, here's a couple of like porcelain figurines. Here's a couple of records. Here's a couple of print ads. Here's a couple, whatever I had. And that actually did really well. And it's an immediate impact. And I got rid of some stuff, which was very cool. Purple Salko says, sales have been okay. Been buying 140 magazines, 82 more World War II Life. Beautiful. Oh, there you go. So that's under $1 each, man. That's fantastic. World War II. Did you sell another one, Mark? Man, you're on fire. Mark is selling a postcard a day. That's, hey. Now, if every one of them were those, that magical postcard that you sold for, how much was that? $1,200 or something? I would sign for that right now. I guarantee $1,200 a day. Yeah, sign me up. What's up, Kelly? Sluggish, and then you did end and sell some on Saturday. Sales are 20%. Beautiful. Yeah, and again, who knows really what to attribute it to? We can all speculate. And the economy, one of the most overused, like, irrelevant, the economy. What goes into the economy, folks? How would you define the economy? Is it employment? Is it mortgage applications? Is it the stock market? Is it all of them? Is it oil prices? Is it futures indexes? Is it, there's so much of the economy. It's such a scapegoat thing. The economy's bad. Oh, wow. Really? Yeah. That goes without saying, Matt. Yes. You're not going to get eBay money, but as long as you know that going in, it's fine. It's a way to move inventory. What's the silly expression? The fast dime, whatever. That's true. So if you have lots of something, no matter what it is, as in amount, lots of items, and you can lot them up or sell them individually, whatever you want to do and whatnot. It's a very free platform. But like I said, it's brutally honest. You're going to know. You're going to know. And definitely, especially for your first show, just make sure you can talk about it on our show for sure. Anybody else you watch, if you have an Instagram or Twitter and all that stuff, definitely hype it up. Let everybody know to follow you and whatnot. That's the first step, I think, to get some people in, obviously, to watch your first auction. And then just kind of take it easy, I mean, everybody does what they do, but, in my thing, it's like, just try to be polite and nice to everybody and welcome them in and, common sense, courtesy things. Show your items and see what happens, It's fun. There's no fear at all for stuff like that, I don't think. A lot of people get very anxious and nervous. Hey, Chappie. Just saying, you came across 1978, a political statement has a picture of the Statue of Liberty that has Hitler mustache. Oh, really? I never seen that. I have never seen that. Yep, and this sell symbol is a beautiful thing. I did mine whatever I told you. I don't know, a week and a half ago or so. I'm trying to do like every 40-ish days, 45 days, something like that. So like basically now we would be like, I don't know, the 10th of December, let's say. I don't want anything older than that, theoretically, in my store. So I have a little while to get to do a whole bunch again. That definitely helps. And again, I'm sure everybody would agree, Kelly and Matt, since you're talking about it, the biggest benefit for me anyway is, yeah, you usually get a little tick in sales, but you also get an amazing uptick in the ability to send offers to watchers. That is the benefit so far that I've seen when I do at least, a couple thousand. And in sell similars is you get immediate watchers. Like it seems like that's, and then of course that's always an opportunity to turn it into a sale. It is good to have fresh listings like that, whether you listed them or you just artificially listed them by relisting them. Dawn, I'm sorry. Sometimes I put people's things up, I'm talking and I move on without reading it. I apologize. Your impressions are up, but page views are way down. Yeah, that's an odd thing. I've seen that too. Postcard question. What is a card that appears to be an RPPC, not printed, but does quite seem to be RPPC circa 1909? What is a card that appears to be a photo, not printed, but doesn't quite seem? I had one. Did you watch my What's Sold video, Sandy? Yesterday or the day before, I just did a What's Sold video, and I had it was like some town in Ohio. I forgot the name of it already, but it was like a neighborhood, like a street scene. It kind of the same thing. It looked like a photo to me. It was like almost like a sepia tone. But then I banged out my trusty Rusty. And if anybody doesn't have one of these, you got to get them. The jeweler's loop thing. You could just look for the dot matrix stuff. And much to my chagrin, it was indeed not a real photo, but it still sold for like $9. We'll try to see if we can come up with a name for these non-photos. Yeah, dot matrix. Yep. And get yourself you could use just a magnifying glass. These jeweler loops are really cool because they have different levels of magnification here. I bought this when we were doing stamps. We have a lot of stamps too that I inherited from my great grandfather years ago. But these jeweler loops, they're cheap. You can get them on Amazon anywhere you want. And they're nice and easy and portable. You can bring them out if you're looking. Actually, that was another thing I was going to bring up. If you're outsourcing or looking for postcards, well, my wife and I made a trip yesterday to 2 different antique malls that are in very well-to-do towns, pretty close to us, like 15, 20 minutes away. One of which I've been to a few times that I just look for records for myself, nothing to do with reselling. I just look to buy records there. They're kind of overpriced, but sometimes they have some, cool things that you don't find every day. So we did go there yesterday. It was a miserable, like today, rainy, awful day. And we were out for a couple hours. And I'll tell you, man, these 2 places we went to, they're priced like eBay would price them. So essentially, they're eBay stores, but they're just physical. The people that run these booths, and it's all kinds of the typical stuff. They have beautiful things. I mean, pottery, and they have a whole like rare gemstone area, like booths and booths of stones and gems, all beautiful, all really nice, but comparable to what you would expect to see an item priced for on eBay. So these are really just resellers too that got this stuff cheap, and instead of going on eBay and doing it electronically, they pay $200 a month or whatever they pay for their little booth, and they sell their wares that way. So there were no deals to be had, unfortunately, at all. Like there was I was telling Dawn on Instagram, we went with the hope to find a little 1 or 2 places that maybe have some postcards that I can go locally and just pick up a fistful of postcards. And they were ridiculous. There was nobody that was just a full-blown postcard dealer. That stunk. There were several of these little booths that had, a pile of maybe 15 or 20 postcards, often in like a glass case. So you had to ask somebody to look at them, and they were all junk, and they were like $5 a piece. So I was like, not a good place to go, unfortunately. So that was very depressing, truth be told. I almost bought a few records, but I was so angry that we couldn't find anything reasonable that I wound up not buying the records. What's up, Lori? How you doing? Welcome aboard. Welcome to the show. From sunny, warm, or freezing cold Reno, Nevada. We never know with Lori. Her weather seems to change on an hour-by-hour basis. Yeah, Mark likes postcards sold. Yeah, economy. It's such a generic, nonsensical term. It's a scapegoat. The economy. Colotype postcards. There you go. Look like photo. Would that be? I know it's been asked before on the show. Is that the one with that silverish hue when you look with your loop? To 10, it was enough. Losing the option to fire another bullet before them. That's a cool idea. Yeah, instead of doing them all at once, kind of space it out. I like that approach as well. Oh, Jackie Jack got the cost 65 cents each. Cool. Nice. Well, that's great. Going to call you. Always good to know a guy or a gal, right? Somebody that's going to give you a call. That's a beautiful thing. We have that with a couple of estate sale dealers locally. A guy who will actually just call me. He knows some of the things I look for. It's no surprise. I love records. So like he'll tell me if a place has a lot of records or a lot of 78s. He doesn't do anything, behind the scenes or so, but he just gives me the heads up of saying, hey man, there are these things you're looking for. And almost as importantly, he'll tell me, I'm doing this thing next weekend and, no hits for the stuff I like. You're welcome to come anyway, which we usually do. But it's really nice to know going in, all right, they don't have any records or they don't have any, whatever we're looking for. They don't have a lot of ephemera. They're really just doing jewelry and clothing and things like that. Very, very cool to know a couple of people. 3 consecutive days of 35 plus. That's fantastic, man. 30 to 60. Oh, wow. No printing dots. Cool. I say you listed for, how did you do, Sandy, with that card that you took down? Remember you were on the show and you took down a card that we were all looking at it? Yeah. What's up, Johnny? Here he is. Happy New Year to you. I think it's the first time we've seen you this year. Maybe not. If not, I apologize. Welcome, Johnny. Check him out. Cajun Roots Reseller, Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. on NBC station. No, on YouTube. Great to have you, man. Welcome to the show. Oh, my goodness. My back is killing me. That's great advice. Hello, Mark, Texas Patriot. What is going on, man? Absolutely, are they worth the time? You need a lot up. Again, just look at any one of my videos if you haven't seen them, Mark. How many magazines do you know that can get you $500 as a whole? Very few. But if you sell 50 ads at $10 a piece, or if you sell whatever I'm not going to get into the math, but you get the point. If you sell 30 of them at 15 a piece or whatever, which is done all the time, at least by me and a lot of other people, then you'll make a fortune, on a magazine that you might have paid under $1 for. You're welcome to flip the whole magazine for $10 or whatever, and you're 10xing your money. It's always a good thing. Again, I would sign up for that every day. But yeah, there's so much more money by parting out, as I call it, the individual ads. Just know that it's a long-term game, long tail game. And the more volume you have up, just like the postcard guys that have all these 20, 30, 40,000 postcards, same concept. If you have 40,000 print ads up, you're going to sell a bunch a day and you're going to make so much money, you won't be able to count it. So yes, they're worth it. You're not going to get me to say that they're not. They are. It's a great thing. Hey, Jay Smith. Semi-photographic reproduction process. No printing dots. Printed litho. Everybody's got a name for them. The imposter photos. Thank you, Dawn. Yeah, Dawn's doing well with print ads. She's also listing up a storm because you list, you sell, right? Yep, exactly. To me, that's the huge benefit of the end sell somewhat thing, is this huge influx of ability to send offers to watchers. And out of 300, you're going to sell, even if you sell 100, that's monstrous, You could bat 333 and make a fortune. Hello, Michelle. How are you? Welcome to the show. Johnny, thank you so much. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. Unnecessary, but greatly appreciated. And again, huge kudos to Johnny. He helps everybody. He's an equal opportunity helper of YouTubers and the industry. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Yeah, hit the 1,000 a little while ago. Thank you so much, man. Very, very greatly appreciated. Let me go back up. And definitely do check out Johnny. 8:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. He does great work. He's a benevolent soul. Let me go back up. My goodness, I had to jump all the way down. I saw that thing jump up, flash on my screen. Thank you, Johnny, very, very much. Print ads are still worth it, said Dawn. Kelly did the 300. Michelle, we said hi to Michelle. Steven, I think this is it. Printing on the colotype cards have dots that are not readily discernible. Do you need a higher level of magnification, Stephen? Like, can they be discerned if you have a higher level of magnification, or are they completely hidden? Thank you so much, Johnny. I'm like reeling from this. Thank you. Great insight. Huge pile of unlisted longer tail cards. I might try to move them and whatnot. Yeah, why not? I mean, you just got, first of all, congratulations again in getting approved. That's the first hurdle. And just know you can do anything. You can certainly do postcards, but you can do anything. If you have books in your home, if you have records or tapes or magazines or whatever you like, anything goes on whatnot. I know when you apply, you have to you sort of say what you'd like to sell. But once you're in, and you can sell anything. That was one of the cool things that I didn't know initially. Excuse me. I think that's a really nice feature of the platform. Mark can go in and under the guise of a postcard guy and say, you know what, I'm going to unload all of my Star Trek toys or whatever. It's pretty cool. Chappie got the scanner with the large. Oh, very cool. Any tips with the setup process, you mean, Chappie? It's really simple. It's been so long since I've done, not so long. It's been a couple of years since I did it. I'll tell you from a maintenance perspective, it's incredible. The machine, where's that wood? Knock on wood. It's been a stalwart here in my arsenal. It's never had a problem. Just, obviously treat it with care. Be careful when you lift it. You see, it's a very big lid to lift up and down. Just be gentle with it. Don't let it bang down. Don't let the glass get dirty. But the setup thing, it's really simple. It's a plug and play device. You will probably be prompted. If you're not, definitely download the most updated drivers for it. You could just go to the website for the product itself and look up the latest driver and download it. Very simple. Mac, or we have the Mac. My wife right here. You can see it, right? I have an iMac back there. That's attached to it. My PC is attached to it. Very simple. And I'm hardwired to it. I love using Ethernet when available. It's just so fast. 6 months I want to be using the loop to read the newspaper. That's true. Please. I'm going to need a loop to read a menu. You see, after we were shot down at these, when in doubt, go eat, right? When you have a lousy experience at an antique mall, let's go eat. Let's go get some lunch. Can't read the menu unless it's like 20 feet away from me. It's pathetic. I think you got the A3. My legendary. There is a link below. I know there's a link. I know I put it in. I know I did. Didn't I? Check out the link below my video right now. If you scroll, see the. Oops, sorry for the echo there. You can see I put a link to the scanner. I have a new. I'm just going to keep this up for every video, essentially. I even added, because somebody had asked a question about the mailers themselves. Could you give me a direct link to the mailers I use for the print ads and magazines and other stuff and sheet music? They're all right under there. You can see it says links to some of the tools I use. Just click on any one of them. If they're suddenly not available, I apologize. But none of these are affiliate links, so I'm not getting paid a penny. They're just products I really enjoy and work well for me. So if you want to emulate some of the strategies I use for the listing, they're all pretty much print ad specific, other than the duplex scanner, which I use every day for the postcards now. So check those out at your leisure. Hopefully all the links are valid. If not, if they're sold out of something, just kind of copy the title and see if there's another seller sells them. Group Mark, if you're doing lots, you better to get more money than what you pay. Yes. Tracy, what's going on? No problem. Knee deep in tax prep. Oh, man. Yeah, that could be a little boring, but welcome to the show. No problem. Great to have you. This answers, I'm not a postcard person, but I end up with some of the local estate sale company has no clue how to price anything old. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining, Sandy. We do get answers in this show. Certainly not always for me at all. It's a collective, and I always just say, over to Popeye or over to Mark, or, if I know something, or at least I have an opinion on something, I'll certainly speak it. But if I don't know, I'll be the first one to say, I have no idea. Let's check with the panel, and you'll get some great answers. Risk of feedback. Someone thinks they're getting a wonderful lot and end up with common cards. Well, I guess you're transparent in the show itself, Ryan. Like, you'll show them off, like you'll show the cards, and it'll be obvious to whoever's buying it, unless you're doing like a blind lot of cards. I don't know. You're going to be kind of showing them or thumbing through. I don't know what your lots will consist of as far as volume. Let's just say, for argument's sake, you have 50 cards or something. You'd scroll through the 50 cards and kind of show them. Then you run your clock for whatever term you want, and away we go. You see what they get. Silver shoe is probably photo. Yeah, there was a type of a card, Matt, that came up on one of my shows some time ago, and I don't remember if it was Mark or Popeye. Somebody said it's called something. I'm sorry, that's really descriptive. It's called something. I can't remember what it was called, but it was one of its trademarks was this like silverish, almost looks like a tinfoil kind of effect that shimmers sort of when you move it. And it's another one of those things that like it looks like a real photo, but it turns out it's not. It's a whatever the word is. We got freezing cold, Lori. I'm sorry to hear. We have I'm a broken record with this. We're in the Northeast, at least here, we're still in the mid 40s, upper 40s, going into the mid 50s again. Not a flake of snow yet has fallen. We have a lot of rain. We had a lot of rain yesterday. We've had a lot of rain today. No snow, no cold, you know. It's barely ever below freezing, which is just ridiculous in January. I'm not complaining because what do we got, a week left and it's February, so we'll be out of the woods. Cold type is similar to a gravure or Albert type card. Okay, very cool. Oh, yeah? Okay, cool. We'll see. I'm sure somebody will chime in. Mandel's postcards. I had one. I wish I could remember what it was. It would be in one of the shows if anybody feels like scrolling back, but I know we discussed one pretty early on in the postcard. So it would be like October-ish period, September, October maybe, I think was when I kind of started talking about postcards. We had, I think I pulled one up. We were going through some cards live. I think I had a scan and everybody dove in and said, oh, that's this, that's this. It was really, really helpful. I apologize. I don't remember the name of it. It's right in the it's also linked right below, guys. If you just scroll down in this video, you should be able to see it. You can click right on the scanner. It's called a SlimTech A3. It's big, very big, 18 inches by 12, I think, or so, 11 and a half or 12 width. Huge. Designed for blueprints, which is how I found it. It's really good to have you, Tracy. How are things with are we done yet? Are we done with this thing? You got to let me know. Are we done with the legendary barn? I hope you're done. We're very, very, very close to it. There you go. Don't worry about the feedback. Sandy sold that car $40. Did you really? Very cool. Congratulations. What's up, Dreamy Buys? How you doing? Ryan says, thanks, Mark. I might have best luck doing this since you guys doing it for me. I'll just take photos. Always a good practice. Always a good practice, no matter what platform. Yes, that's very nice. I really appreciate it, Johnny. Got to check Johnny out. If anybody hasn't seen it, every day, 8:30, he's very diligent. That's just like a morning coffee talk kind of thing, I would call it. I don't know if there's an official name to the program. I should know that. I watch all the time. It's, you know how like when people come on my show and they'll say they're lursting and all that stuff. It's very, very similar for me. At 8:30, I'm already usually like an hour or so, an hour and a half into the morning of, you know, being online and all. And it's a great way to just kind of have them in the background at a minimum. And sometimes I'll come in and say hi, of course, but it's just really nice to hear other people talking, reselling, and kind of get you going for the day. That's all. A cup of coffee, Johnny. Beautiful start to the day. Ooh, Nuns of the Cat. I do have Catskill Mountains. Absolutely. If you want to check out my store, Tracy, I have a lot of Catskill. I have a whole stack of New York State postcards I listed recently with the Catskills. But not Nuns. I don't think I have any Nun postcards. I have Nuns and ads. Nuns sell. It's so funny. Every time somebody brings up anything, what about walruses? Walruses sell. Walruses are great because you learn that people collect everything under the sun. Things you would think would never be collectible. Somebody's out there collecting them. Salt and pepper shakers, you know, crazy things. Yeah, thank you, Dawn. You will get a sale. Again, I always hope that the first reason to give a thumbs up is because you appreciate the content, you're having a nice time. But as a byproduct, thank you again. You will get a sale, especially this first hour. You have 20 more minutes. The guarantee lasts another 19, 20 minutes. After 8 o'clock, it's likely you'll get a sale. But that first hour, it's fire. Automatic. At some point, you'll get a sale tonight. I'm sorry, I'm really far behind, man. Because I wanted to jump to, when I saw Johnny's thing pop up, I wanted to make sure I got to him. Disney Tomorrowland card, $14. Beautiful. That's all right. Yeah, I said, not to jinx you or anything, Cameron, but if you don't leave a thumbs up, that sale will backfire in some capacity. It'll either be canceled. They'll say, oh, sorry, didn't mean to hit the buy button. Or, no, I'm not kidding. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Or you'll get a return, God forbid. No, just kidding. Japan postcards. Oh, wow. Yeah. Is that when you think maybe an auction's a good idea? Just throw an auction up for those and let the market dictate? Electro, yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Tell me about it, Mark. Waiting for the cha-ching. All right. Just posted one. You couldn't see with the dots 10 times magnification, but it was a colo type. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Is it colo type? It appears to be. Dawn with the far not used enough rat emoji. Honestly, use the default settings out of the box. You can edit things. It's wonky, but it's pretty easy to use. It's very easy to set up for sure. And then, yeah, there's a lot of tweaking you can do as far as DPI and like where you want the files saved. It's pretty simple. If you need any specific help and you're struggling with it, again, as always for everybody, jiminyflip@gmail.com. I get tons of emails now, which is nice. And I'd be happy to try to help you out with it, or maybe even give you like a screenshot of how I have mine set up or something if you have some struggles when you set it up. Any piece of new hardware can be a little, overwhelming at first, but it's a great product. Yeah, that's great advice too. Just found you guys recently have a lot of interesting ephemera. Just bought 80 National Geographic magazines, the 30s and 70s. I would cut out the ads, Whitney Cox. That's what I would do. If you haven't seen my video series, I would, the thing about National Geographic is they're so incredibly common. I think Dave would tell you, Papergoy from $1 Million Peddlers is a monster magazine dealer guy. Check out some of his videos about that. But National Geographic is the one downside is they're so incredible. Even I had a subscription to National Geographic. I think when I graduated high school, my father got me one. So I have like 3 or 4 years of National Geographics, which I probably opened once, and they sit on the shelf. And they're very common, and as such, they're not very valuable usually unto themselves. But I'm telling you the truth, I would look for some ads in there, cut them out, make $10, $12, $15, $20 on one sheet, and just see how many you can get out of each magazine. Or you could just throw them up. Maybe that's another situation where you want to lot them up, because you only have a quarter into them, which is great. That's always, you're going to make money. It's just a matter of how much. If you could get a whole magazine, just hear me out. If you can get a whole magazine for a quarter, and let's just be conservative and say you get 10 ads out of National Geographic, and you sell each one for $10. It's $100 on your quarter. You're not going to sell an individual issue for $100, most likely. I think World War II, again, is the exception where they have some more collectible issues. But in general, cut them up. Always cut them up. 10 years ago, you pressed on high and some others. Oh, you're going to do the auction, right? Yeah, that's true. Yes, please do. Thanks again for reminding everybody, Cameron. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's not an affiliate link. The thing you see below where it says use my coupon code, you get 10% off. That's nice. They wrote me, the company that does the bags wrote me and said they wanted to add, would I be interested in everything? I'm like, yeah, sure. And this was a while ago. I was all excited. And then, of course, I got an email. At this time, we are not offering any compensation for such thing. And I'm like, I don't care. I like the product regardless. I'm not out to try to make 10 cents on their silly links. But do use it. Take advantage. It's 10%. And it really is a good product. That's all I care about. If PlusTech wants to give me an affiliate link, I'd be happy to take it. As long as it's saving everybody some money. If you $3.39, yeah, that's not bad. Believe it or not. That's, in quotes, cheap. It is a shimmering new thingy. Anything that's new, you take out, new piece of technology. Mark knows. Tracy had 4 inches of snow. Tracy, we have not had a flake of snow at all since last February or whatever, the last time it snowed. Not a flake. I am in Pennsylvania, Cameron, but I am 5 miles, maybe less, from the Delaware border. Like 25 minutes south of Philadelphia. In Pennsylvania. No snow. Zip. Good evening, Keith. Pied Piper Postcard Plus. Of course it will. Just leave that thumbs up. You know the deal. We struck that deal privately. Now I'm letting everybody know. No, they're not affiliate links, Cameron. Honest to God, they're not. None of them are. The only one that's, I guess, an affiliate link is the one that has my little coupon code, but I don't get paid a penny for it. I would tell everybody in a heartbeat if I did. You got walloped with snow. Wow. About time. I mean, we must be getting the rain of the snow you got, because it poured yesterday here, but it was, again, like 48 degrees and disgusting. A cold, windswept rain. But you're in Maine. I mean, you should get 14 inches of snow, right? That's one of the things about being in Maine. They aren't. They truly aren't. If they were, I would tell you, hey, everybody, I'd be pushing them every minute if I was getting paid something. No, again, I like the products. So I said, hey, if anybody, because I would always get asked in the video comments or in emails, what scanner do you use? How do you ship your print ads? What sort of a mailer do you use? And I figured, here's what I got. If you like them, try them out. If you don't, go get your own. It's no skin off Mark Snow's. You have to drive to Buffalo for your day job. I don't know. It seems to snow every 10 minutes in Buffalo, from what I heard. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jeff. Nope. Yeah, go take care of Mom. God bless. Take care of her. Thanks for stopping in anyway. I hope you left a thumbs up. Just, while you're taking care of Mom, you might hear a little cha-ching action. Anyway, take care of her. Don't forget to hit thumbs up. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. You're not done with the barn. Okay. I told you, at first it was going to be private, but I think I said it already. We would be honored. I would be honored to have Tracy on to do a full-blown welcome to the new barn tour. We could have her walk around with the phone or a GoPro, whatever she has. We'll do a an unveiling of the mythical 1987 Ventures barn up in upstate New York. I can't wait to see this thing. It's only been like 17 years in the making, so it's gonna be really good. I do have Catskill cards. No problem. I don't have a ton, but I definitely have some because I just listed a whole bunch. What is that thing called? I have so many cards that say something trench. The name will come to me later. You might even know what it is. Hold on. What is it called? Not Mariana Trench. Let me see if I can remember. Catskill. I have the Rip Van Winkle Bridge. I have Deva Sago Falls. I have, my God, the names are crazy. Kiskatome Road, all in the Catskills. Texas Horned Toad. Did you really? That's pretty funny. That's right. It's actually Goo Goo Gajoob, but that's okay. All right, there's another bolo from the boys. The dreaded Texas Horned Toad. Who knew? That's right, exactly. Yeah. Salt and pepper shakers. Yeah, no, I was joking, but I wasn't joking. They're very highly collected. Wow. Cast iron. Salt and pepper. Pass the salt. Ooh! Break your back trying to pour some salt. Watch a video about articles and now watching out for them. Cool. Yeah, I agree totally. And again, that's why it was a parallel for me sort of with the postcard thing. It's also like an eye into history. And, Mary Martin put it really well in the video. I'm completely paraphrasing because I don't have a committed to memory. But she said, like, everything that's ever existed, essentially, in the last 100 some odd years since postcards came into being, everything from, famous events to the silliest comics to political stuff to Joe Blow's house on Main Street to, has been put in a postcard. Everything that ever has been put in a postcard. I thought that was a really interesting statement. And she's right. You can get the photo. One of the really nice things about the RPPCs, and I guess why they're so popular, is so many of them are one-offs. Anybody could make a postcard. Unlike stamps, you couldn't print your own stamps in your basement. I'm sure people tried. But, they were by the government. So a lot of other collectibles, you kind of fought the coins, same thing, right? They're pressed by government. Anybody could conceptually go take a photo and make a postcard out of it. So there's incredible parallel to me between the ads and the historical elements of the ads and peering into the past, like with the postcards. I love the dynamic of both of them. You sold a horned toad today. Beautiful. Oh, please. Dawn is... Yes, she does rule. Look at something real close. A digital microscope hooked to my computer. Holy cow. Welcome back, Popeye. Hope you're... Popeye is now... We have lursting. What's the other one? Thirsting, all the lurking. How do you say digesting and listing? Digesting. Welcome back, Popeye. That's hysterical. I'm sure Igloo is now racist, Mark, by the way. Don't. It's now called a habitat made of frozen H2O. Come on, let's get with the times, man. Julie Norman has a nun in the kitchen postcard. That's hysterical. Julie has a nice channel. I like Julie's channel. I follow Julie. I forgot how I found Julie. I found you. It might have been through Johnny. I don't remember. It might have been in one of Johnny's shows. Or it was like the fun thing about YouTube. I'm sure we all know. You watch one channel and sometimes it'll make a suggestion for another one, in a like sphere or whatever. And I found several people that way, which is really a lot of fun. But she has a very nice channel. Not sure if it's vintage. What is up? How are you? Paper Peddlers. There you go. Now that's a channel name, if you ask me. I know the peddler thing is already kind of occupied by a famous couple of guys, but Paper Peddlers, I don't know if there's anybody out there with that name. Welcome to the show, man. Great to have you. Yeah, Julie has she's a very nice disposition, doesn't she? She just seems like a really sweet girl, lady. Sorry, don't mean that in a derogatory way. Lass. Don't affiliate links anymore, but when I did, an old channel, every time someone would buy an Epson scanner, you get $37. Wow, cool. Yeah, honest to God, guys, seriously, they're not, none of my stuff is affiliate links, other than a non-paying affiliate link where you just get 10% off if you want to buy the envelopes. That's it. If somebody makes me an offer, I can't refuse. No, if the Optiplex people want to contact me, because I do love their product, I'll take $37 out of every $400 sale, and I'll let you all know I got it too. Kim's getting snow. Haven't seen a flake. I kind of want a flake. It's almost like at the point over here, like if you're going to have winter and we're going to be plunged into darkness and lousy weather for 3 months, you might as well have a blowout blizzard storm thing. I want that. I want like at least 1 or 2 of them. And not have the shovel in the driveway. Yeah, not one. It's plurking time, says Matt. Go enjoy your plurk. Go plurk yourself, Matt, will you? She puts up sleeves. Oh, shelves. Hey, Barbara, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Great to have you. Hope you're doing well, Barbara. Hope your sales are doing okay. We were talking about that because that's what we talk about. Installing 8 more. Hi. Keep her busy. It's good for you. Franconia Notch. No, that's one, though. What's the other one? It's got a crazy name. I can't believe I can't think of the name of this. It's something in I don't know if it's the Catskills, but it's definitely upstate New York. Adirondacks, maybe. It's like something gorge, or I'll think of it. I must have 20 cards with that. Different views of them, but the same thing. I just can't think of the name, which shocks me because I was getting so sick of typing the same name and trying to be creative because they're slightly different views, but so I want to list them individually. I try to come up with creative ways to, sometimes I'd spell New York, sometimes I put NY, anything to distinguish them from, so we don't get the eBay saying it's a duped listing. Mix words up. But Franconia is one. That's not the one I was thinking of, though. Oh, please. Don't even start, Miss Wright, who remains silent and will never reveal her true Canadian roots in audio form. Audible Chasm. That's it, Popeye. I must have 20 cards. Audible Chasm. Yes. Little bridge, rocks, river, something to that effect. And again, trying to be creative and reword Audible Chasm. Is it chasm? I think it's pronounced chasm. Mountain House. I have not seen Mountain House. What's up, Mike? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Used to chase the horned toads. We live in Texas. Hey. You found some really great celebrity smoking as yes, absolutely. It depends on who the celebrity is, but yeah, probably Chesterfield. If I was to gather a guess, yes, they're usually in the back cover. Covers are the toughest things with any magazine, not just Life, because being a cover or a back cover, they're going to be subjected to the most, scratching potentially or water damage, God forbid. But yeah, every once in a while you'll definitely get some really good quality, and it depends on the star. But yeah, I'd put them up a couple of bucks higher, maybe. You're right though. So many celebrities would endorse cigarettes. It's usually Chesterfield on the back covers. Sold a Gila Monster PC from Matt. Congratulations. Audible Cat. Yeah, I know. I don't think we'll ever. I have a bunch of them too. I don't even remember if they're from Popeye or if they're from the. My main 2 sources so far have been Popeye's auctions and the York show. That's like where I've got almost all my postcards. I don't remember if it was from York or not, but I have so many of those Audible Chasm cards. It's ridiculous. Shingle Kill Falls. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so many buyers, pick up from towns that they either grew up in or they're familiar with or they like. I'll get my chichinger on. Don't worry. I hit the button before the show. It might take a little. I never said it was a guarantee within. The guarantee is usually the first hour. You're almost guaranteed, and we're approaching that first hour. We got like 4 minutes left. And hour number 1. An Inuit family's dwelling. Yes, we were joking about the use of the igloo, which I'm sure is somehow a bad word now. Snow on the ground. Steven has snow on the ground. Haven't seen a flake. What's up, Michael? How are you? Yep, no snow. I know. We're only like a little over an hour away from New York. Hour and 10 minutes to Staten Island. It's crazy. Not a flake. We did have cold like everybody around Christmas time when the whole country was plunged. It was like 2 degrees with -10 wind chill and everything. And we thought, oh, man, this is a bad scene. It's going to be a long freezing winter. And that basically since then, it's been 40s and 50s every day, which is just not that I'm wishing, sub-zero temperatures on anybody. And I certainly don't want them. And I don't want piles of snow every day either. But for goodness sake, show me some snow, a little something. There you go. And then you turned around that cha-ching. Yeah, I have no affiliates. Go plurk yourself. Yes, that's another t-shirt. You're purling. Uh-oh, what is purling? Actual Inuit word. Oh, okay. Thank you, Dawn. That's acceptable. I appreciate that. If you have multiples like that with the exact same title, you'll add number 1, number 2. That's cool. Just to distinguish them, right? Because then eBay will say you have a like listing. I just mix words. Let's say New York State postcard, Ausable Chasm, Nature View, something like that. And then I'll put Nature View first, Ausable Chasm, and then I'll put New York spelled out, and then I'll put NY one time. Just trying to mix up the titles for essentially the same card, even though they're all different. Tracy, you're in Coxsackie. Interesting. The pop key is obligatory in the Midwest, yes. Like Medicare, haven't sold one. Yeah. I think that they're dangerously close to the to some other cards that are notorious for not selling ever. Niagara Falls, Ausable Chasm, Jay Smith, congratulations, man. Just during the show or reasonably, or before the show, or like today? If you did during the show, then I'm really happy. I'm happy in either instance. You're my neighbor. Yeah, Niagara, exactly. Out of control. Uh-oh. We have a name debate here? Gila is pronounced Gila. Of course it is. No, silly. I bought the for me. Did you really? Shingle Kill Falls? Did you really? Or are you talking to somebody else? I'm sorry, I don't remember. Tracy, sure I am. Just checked it out. You are a few minutes from here. Very cool. Nice. Okay, yeah, that's good advice. Yeah, just throw a number at the end or anywhere, I guess, in the title. Good suggestion there, Popeye. Just add a 1 or a 2 or 3 or 17, whatever you want to add to distinguish it. Nice. Tracy always goes out on these sourcing ventures with other resellers. I've seen a lot of people are in that area. That's good stuff. I guess Ausable Chasm would be your cover for that would be your thumbnail for that video. Yep. Birthday cards, yeah. You're talking to me. Okay, did you really? When did you buy that? Jay Smith sold a birthday card. I don't know if I've listed. Yeah, I probably listed a birthday card. 6-bit gets messy. Yeah, I don't know about the setting, but what Popeye says it makes a lot of sense. If you throw a number at it, at the end, that's enough to distinguish it and make it a different listing because it's a different character. One different character will make it a distinct difference. You didn't get $465 for it? Isn't that the mark pricing scheme? And I use the word scheme with much affection. What did I want to show somebody? Plus Tech. What is the old Plus Tech going for now? $350. Not that that's nothing, but if you have the means, as I always say, boy oh boy, is it a game changer if you're doing print ads or sheet music. You could, or albums. That's my trick. I do. It's big enough to accommodate record sleeves, so I do scans instead of having those like crooked. Anybody who's ever tried to sell a record knows the dilemma. If you put it in like a light box, it's always going to be a little bit off. You know, even if you have a fixed camera, it's just not going to be perfectly straight. You're going to get kind of a shine from the lighting. It's a great way. And the records themselves, the labels, 78s, I fit right on my scanner. So I use this thing for much more than just the print ads. But, I bought it initially for print ads, but I found many uses. The sheet music works great on that. Some of the sheet music is pretty big too. So definitely, again, if you have the means, the Plus Tech A3 large format flatbed scanner, a bargain at $350. It will do you well. I promise you that. Unused birthday postcards do okay for under $5. Oh, yeah? Did you really just buy it? Get out of here. Hold on. See, I can't hear a cha-ching. Did you really just buy one? You did. Pearling, New York? I didn't hear a cha-ching, Tracy, because my phone is my camera. There she is. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tracy. I hope you enjoy it. Is that really close to you? I might even give you good feedback on this one. I'm just joking. Thank you very much, Tracy. That's cool. I'm glad you found something you like. Very cool. Tracy, are you looking to get it once the mythical barn is done? Are you gonna you think you're gonna start doing some more YouTube stuff from your studio? I hope so. It sounds like it. It really isn't that big. It's big enough to accommodate the larger format paper. That's all. But it's really not that big. It's well, the scanning, what is it? 18 inches by 11.5, I think is the capacity for the scanner. So you figure it's probably like maybe 22 inches long by 14, 15 wide. It fits. It's very flatbed. It's been a fixture here in my basement for 2 years or so now. Niagara Falls and Yellowstone, not common, but still sells. There was stuff where 400 listed and 2 sold at 25 cents each. Yeah. What's a bogan? Don't know. Yeah. That's where you live. Oh, very cool. Yeah, Ausable can. My God. The bane of our existence, I guess, huh? Put 50% and try to get someone to buy both at once. And it's sold? That's cool. Yeah, you got to give them away. Look at CJ with the exact dimensions. Thank you, sir. 23, not feet, I hope. I think that's a slip of the... Let's go to... If it's 23 feet, it still fit in my basement, but barely. Yeah, 23 inches by 16. So it's really not that big. But the benefit is you get those nice... Again, sheet music, if anybody dabbles in that. Virtually any form of ephemera you can find. Yearbooks, like I said, my little secret thing, which apparently a few people do, is records. It's a great way to get a really clear image of your label scanned at 400 DPI without any shine on the record itself too. The print ads, of course, anything that'll fit on it. Scans really, and it's super, super quick. Epson V600. Yeah, the print ad thing. I mean, that's the only thing that I've found that fits specifically Life. And Life is, because it's very common, but it's a large magazine. It's a large size ad. But there are a handful of magazines that I have, and we've listed together on shows that are actually bigger than Life. I think that's like 16 or 17 inches, which actually pushes this thing to its limits. But it's great. It's a beast. again, I hate to jinx myself, but it's been nothing but a joy to operate. I keep it clean. I'm very careful with it. I think I'll do more YouTube videos. Cool. I'd be delighted to. Absolutely. Like I said, we'll definitely kick off without question. We'll do a world premiere of the opening of the barn if you're up for that. I really would love that. I think a lot of the viewers would enjoy that. Just get, what do they call that thing that you put your camera on? The gimbal. Get a gimbal, put your camera on it. We'll do a little tour. You could show it off. That'd be a lot of fun. You get Mama Ventures in there. Yeah, just about. The Dead Sea Scrolls. Congratulations, Purple Sorko. That's how it's done. That's because you're just far too witty, Matt. And, it's hard to exist, to cohabit in a world of less witty individuals. I deal with that minute by minute. You're very welcome, Chappie. I do too. I really enjoy them too. It's a lot of fun. It's only fun because you guys watch it and hang out with us. Until you hit the like button, what are you going to do? Spinal Tap, one of the better movies I've ever seen in my life. Saw it in the movies. When did that come out? 84. I was like 18 years old or something. Didn't even know what it was about. Went in. I'm still laughing. Yeah. Picked up some of those gigantic magazines. Taller Than Life. Youth Companion from the 20s. Yeah, Purple Sorko. Is it Ladies' Home Journal? There's some Ladies' Home Journals that are from turn of the century time, 1905, that are like, 17 or 18 inches. No, I don't think I've had any 18 because that would be the extreme edge of this thing. Let's say 16, 17. Ladies' Home Journal, I think. Some of those funky, really, really old, like 1903, 1904, 1905, giant magazines. They're beautiful, though. Then they truly become like small posters, to a collector. They look fantastic when you frame them. Sounds good. Yes, you have my people talk. Your people talk to my people. We'll make an arrangement. That really will be fun. CJ with the exact dimensions there. If anybody has any questions, thank you very much, CJ. Florida Man Jim, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show. Please do leave a thumbs up if you want to make a sale in the next hour or so. That's my little guarantee to you guys. Welcome aboard. Are you related to Wade's Ventures? I thought a Rock of Ages Quarian. Is it pronounced bar? Probably pronounced something completely different. You know how New England is. Bear. Cotton never sells, but $7.69. A 1 in 506 chance for that sale. Yeah, the Audible Chasm, that's awful. That's just awful. And to have so many, I guess that's, everybody has so many of them. Matt's giving them away for what, $1.90? I'd probably be happy with that. You should make one monster lot of all things Audible Chasm. Just for fun. I've hit on all I can officially scratch off my little, again, I never really do this, but tonight I wanted to because of the coffee thing and the Mary Martin book. Popeye, I don't know if you were watching, you're probably eating during that point, but my wife did pick me up that book. We just got it a couple of days ago, the Mary Martin book. It's really nice. I love it. She likes it a lot too. So I was talking about that. I definitely recommend it if anybody's interested to pick it up. Very reasonably priced. A lot of good information, a lot of illustrations. And definitely check out that video. The video was really cool. She was on with a library. I forgot where it was. Massachusetts, I think. And just cool to hear her talking about it. Yes. Coming up on Tuesday, the Audible Chasm lot. But you know what? For those who don't know, you get rid of them. And if you get them for a song, eventually they'll sell, I guess. What's up, Bartomania? Welcome. Bartomania should have an all things cruising channel. Every time I look at Bartomania's channel, which I do look at and I recommend we all look at, he's always like in some tropical location, getting off a boat with a drink in his hand. So check out. I think he just released one today, right, Bartomania? Welcome aboard, man. It is a great book. I agree wholeheartedly. And so much so that I might even put a link to it. And no, it's not going to be an affiliate link. I guarantee you that. But I do dig the book. You can find it if you look at my that little tab, community tab. I remember the name, community tab. You'll see the video, and then if you check out the video with the interview with Mary Martin, you'll see a link for the book. You could just search on Google, whatever, YouTube, Amazon, whatever you're shopping. Walmart? No, not Walmart. Probably just Amazon. Just look for the Mary L. Martin postcard book. I think it came out 2 years ago or so, 2 or 3 years ago, 2020. Love World War II ads. Without question, Chappie. you're really not going to find, in my experience, a bad decade, quote unquote, of ads. They're all going to be good. And there are collectors for every period, for every product, for every topic. It's incredible. And again, that's why I dig the whole parallel with postcards. Same thing. People are manic about certain postcards or certain towns or certain images. Same thing with the print ads, you know. There he is in Puerto Mexico. Good stuff, man. Yeah, check it out. Check out Bartamania. He should have an all cruising channel. Travel channel. Travel channels do really well on YouTube. That's kind of funny. Oops, where's that button? No, we learned. In fact, Dawn, if you're so inclined, if you want to throw a link to Bartamania's YouTube channel, that would be delightful. Early 2000s. My daughter was so into that. 90, wasn't there like 97 or so? My oldest daughter, loved the Spice Girls when she was little. Nauseating. No, I'm just kidding. In the movie with Meatloaf. Poor thing. You got 2 sales so far during the show. Pudding's postcards. Congratulations. It's really a product, of course, of your hard work, but will I take a co-credit in that? Absolutely. Absolutely, I will. Still waiting on Mrs. Flippett to get off the chair and bring down this book for us, but we'll see. We'll see if that'll happen. I don't want to step away for like 10 minutes. That would be kind of boring. But if she brings it down, I'll certainly show everybody. It's a cool book. Popeye will tell you it's a great. Oh, I think I hear the pitter patter. Make that 3 sales really puddings. That's phenomenal, man. Congratulations. Unlike the video, so yeah, right. They're both going to be returns now. No, I'm just kidding. I hear the pitter patter. Miss Flippett is on her way with the book. You've been doing YouTube shorts lately to get your feet wet. Very good. You're too weird for most people. Nah. Uniqueness is good. Right, Matt? Reverse juju. What is this wizardry? Book club. Yes, she's coming down, folks. We will be revealing this wonderful book. Door has been opened to the netherworld down here that we call Jiminy Flippett headquarters. Here she comes. Here she comes. First, of course, we got to talk to Dad. Get the state of the union from Dad. We will check out the book. It's a nice book. Hi, honey.
Can I pop all this?
Can you what?
Can I pop all this?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we picked up. My dad and I love this coffee that we get online in huge tubs, and they sent. I think we bought like how many? Thank you, baby. And they gave us a Walmart box, a giant box, like a 3 foot by 3 foot box filled with coffee, and they had tons of bubble wrap in there. So I got that for free. Here it is, everybody, for your consideration. A guide. Sorry about the glare. It's a laminated cover, which is really nice. A guide book of collectible postcards. David Bowers. I'm not sure. Does anybody know who David Bowers is? Is he another like ringer in the postcard community?
All right.
Thank you very much, honey. I appreciate it. So you can see it's illustrated. There's the back. Full color, 1,500 illustrations. Really beautiful. We'll just take a really quick look. And it's pretty cool. I remember Popeye telling me this because he got it for Christmas, I think he said. And he recommended that I get it too. And I did. My wife got it for me for an early birthday gift. You can see it has a whole thing about the flap saddles. It has pictures. It has generic sort of price guides. It discusses, this is something I don't see a lot of people discuss in postcards, but apparently it is a important thing, much like, in the stamp world, condition or record world, mint, very good, very fine. There's a whole grading scale for these postcards, which I've certainly never done yet. It's a whole section about World's Fair cards. But it's cool. She goes into some detail about that, what constitutes a mint versus a very good versus, whatever the different levels are. But this is a fantastic book. I really do recommend it. Oh, look, Popeye's airplane cards are in here. Just really good book. Just a couple years old. Easily, you can get it on eBay. No, excuse me. You probably could get it on eBay. You can get it on Amazon without question. No, I don't have an affiliate link for it. But if you check out the video on the community tab, you can check out the interview with Mary Martin, and then she talks about the book. There's a lot to go into. Let me see. There's a lot more pages than I realized. 422 pages. Just paperback book, but really good quality, laminated cover, brand new. It's a must-have. It's a must-read for all of us. So let me know if you want to see any more of that. I'd be happy to show you. Book club. Bish, I'm normal. That's true. Patently false. Don't be normal. It's too easy to be normal. Come across many ads that do not want to sell and keep in frame. Oh, no, me personally, no. No, I haven't. There's some really cool ones, absolutely, that I might be tempted to, but no, I'd rather sell them. We have so many magazines that I certainly could. If I find something overwhelmingly endearing to me, maybe I would consider keeping it because we'd probably find 7 more of them. But I could definitely understand. They're really nice. And you're right. Most people that buy from me anyway say that they do. They frame them. And those larger, the Life and even the larger ones, they are mini posters, like a 17 by 14 poster. They look great. And again, when you buy the whole magazine for like 20 cents or 50 cents or even $1, and you could sell one ad for $20, gonna make a lot of money. Postcard guy, cha-ching! Attaboy, he clicked the button. He clicked the like button. That's how it's done. These are not paid endorsement, folks. These are not actors. These are real resellers live on the air here. 10-second delay, but live. Congratulations, right? Any info that would be useful to other resellers? I'm sorry, what are we talking? Are we talking about the book, Jay Smith? If you're talking about the book, let me know. But if you're talking about the book, surely. I mean, it goes into some details about different styles of cards. It gives you a history of postcards. I love the fact that it has all these examples. You might, especially you guys that have 50,000 cards, you'll probably find a handful of them. I know I don't know if I have this exact card, but I have so many that look like this. Indiana State Bank, these kind of generic view cards, right? That guy right there, $5 to $10. But it gives you the condition thing. I thought was really interesting. Has anybody put in their listing mint or extra fine or very good? I've never done that with postcards. I guess it might be something to consider, but then that gets, I don't know, that just makes it a longer process to list. The price guide thing, amusement parks, which is really cool. They have a whole thing about the shore town stuff, which I love to sell. The New Jersey shore town, any of the East Coast shore towns seem to do really well. Yellowstone. Choo-choo trains. I mean, this is beautiful. Some of these are beautiful. I love the images. Isn't that nice? You got a station. You got a beautiful choo-choo. They even get into Mark's beloved chromes. Really cool book. Highly recommend. $20 or so. I think it was like $22 on Amazon. You ever heard of the vinyl record by Brad Berwick? I'm Better Than the Beatles. No, I have not. Just the association with the Beatles, you probably get a premium for whatever this silly song is about. No, I haven't heard of that, man, though. I'll check it out. There's a lot of Beatle parody stuff that's pretty popular. The Ruddles is the most famous. The Ruddles movie that was out. All We Need Is Cash. Some Monty Python guys, and George makes a cameo in that. If you haven't seen the Ruddles and you're a Beatle fan, folks, you got to see the Ruddles. They have an album out, too. It's actually very funny. Yeah, I agree totally. Really nice. And very just the word classy might be a little overkill, but it's really well put together. It's labor of love. You could tell that these people know what they're doing. Mary Martin certainly knows what she's doing. It's just put together very well. Very professional looking, beautiful illustrations, color photos. I mean, she hits on a lot of different topics in a 400-page book. And touches on just about anything you'd need to know, especially I'm just going through ships, Main Street USA kind of stuff, anthropomorphic, which everybody talks about. She gets into clap saddle. She gets into more modern, you got 74 Cadillac. She says mint $3 to $6. I love the pricing stuff. for somebody like me that's new, to give you an idea about how to price some of this stuff. Even though eBay is the market that will tell you what the price is, right? The market will dictate. You got of course, the large lot of greeting stuff. So really cool, beautiful book. Highly recommended. I almost wish it was a hardcover because it's like a coffee table style book, but it's as it is, it's great. He's a numismatist. Dawn, look that up for me. Make me sound smart. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I never saw anybody use like you definitely do in records for sure. There's a couple scaling systems. There's a different one for 78s than vinyl, but it's kind of mandatory in the record field. But I never saw anybody put that, or stamps for sure, right? Mint and fine and all that. But it's interesting to know that does exist. I haven't seen many listings reference a mint copy. How many times are you going to find a mint example of a postcard, right? That's 100 years old. A great bathroom book, says Popeye. David's cards are shown in Mary's. Oh, really? The legendary David? Dave's? I will not. You're correct, Mark. No, I don't cut up books. Although I've been known to cut up a book. I like books as a whole. I enjoy reading. Yeah, I wish. Hopefully I'll get some. I don't have any yet. But I'll be the first to let you know if I have them. I think that's just common sense, right? If somebody's kind enough to put up a link, and if a company's kind enough to offer some sort of, commission, if you will, I would clearly indicate that. I swear to you, I have none. Much to my chagrin. Maybe I'll get there one day. Of all of them, A3, they really should. The scanner really should reach out to me. Or maybe I'll reach out to them. No, I don't want to be like that. I genuinely enjoy the products, and they work, and it translates well to the people that watch my show. A lot of you guys have bought it already and have found it useful. So that's all I care about. The book, yeah. Hopefully you got a bit of what I was saying. Sorry, I'm a little behind because I'm showing off stuff like 5 minutes. But yeah, I think it's beneficial for sure. I think the pricing guide was pretty cool. Sorry, well, you made a purchase. See that? Maybe I'll throw in something extra for Tracy for being so kind. Highly recommend the old Mashburn books on postcards just for identification and general value. Mary's book is better. Cool. And it's right up to date, Again, pricing is a floating thing. It's market dictates prices, and they could change. It's only 2 years old, this book, 2.5 years old. But it's at a minimum, it's a nice basis or a guideline to start with and say, well, traditionally that's a typical $3 to $5 card. You know what you're in for. And once in a blue moon, when she says something like, this is really one to look out for, this is $50 plus, and of course your eyes light up. And you go searching through your collection and say, oh man, I have that. Mark, yeah, when he was on the Dating Game back in 71. Sure. I remember that show. Weren't you on with John Ritter, I think? You were up against John Ritter, Mark? Anybody remember the Dating Game? Of course you do. Or Bob Eubanks on... What was Bob Eubanks the host of, everybody? The Newlywed Game. You just use Popeye's boilerplate description for postcards. Do you really? Hey, Ralph, how you doing? Ralph Funk in the show. Better late than never. Absolutely. Do leave a thumbs up if you could, Ralph, if you care to. A lot of sales going out there tonight. All we got to do is leave a thumbs up. Everybody except for Tracy has got a sale. No, I'm kidding. Poor Tracy. We're going to throw in a goodie for Tracy. They're off of vintage magazines. No, Chappie. I've done not many. I've done a bunch of print ad shows. Right, Kelly? Kelly's bought a ton of ads from me. I don't know that I've seen I think I'm the only one doing print ads. I know that Cameron's going to try to do that too. When I was doing them with some frequency, I didn't see anybody else selling print ads. A couple of you guys may not like bandits with those things, especially Kelly. Yeah, that's what Popeye was saying. I think that's true too, only because I haven't seen it referenced in any listings. But in her book, she goes into some detail about the listing, how to properly identify them, what constitutes mint, what constitutes this. Spanish people don't really care about the condition that much. It's more about the topic. Yeah, without question. And one of the beauties about the duplex scanners and stuff is this. I guess it's pro and con. They're very revealing. If there's a flaw, there's a little. It happens on almost every card. They're not pristine cuts. There's a little mark here, a little ding here. It comes out. It's very evident in the scans. You buy and keep every book on postcards you can find. Really? That's really cool. But I love this one. I really do. I enjoy it. I still haven't read the whole thing. It's 400 pages. I just got it Thursday, I think. Thursday or Friday came in. I was excited. My wife got it as a surprise. She's like, I was going to have it. She was going to save it for my birthday, which is on Saturday. But she's like, I figured you'd want it. I'm like, yeah, I love it. Better not be the only gift. Let me just tell you. Hey, baby boy. What are you doing? Go get mommy. Where's mommy? She's upstairs. Go get her. Where's mommy? Is she upstairs? There goes Sherlock. All you got to say is, where's mommy? It's one of your old Life magazines you're trying to sell. Oh, cut them up. Cut them up. Coins? Oh, cool. Okay. A deltiologist? Really? Is a postcard collector? Thank you for that. David Bowers is a numismatist. Read a book. Correct. Reading is fundamental. Did you guys have that all across the country? RIF. There was a program called RIF. Reading is fundamental. They used to have commercials all the time. Basically encouraging kids to read. Your dad was a coin collector. Very cool, CJ. I don't think it's the company that gives you the Amazon affiliate links. It's Amazon. You sign up for their program somewhere. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no idea. Look into it for me. What are you doing? You'll earn that nickel. If I get $20, I'll give it. No, I'm not kidding. I have no idea what they pay or what they offer. I don't know. Robert Bogdan's book on real photo postcards, The Bible. Really? I'm sure it's in Popeye's collection since he has 40 books, but that's a great one to look out for. Thank you very much. Postcard guy. Is that readily available on the old Amazon? Anyone selling 60s to 80s Valentine cards? Not me. Doesn't mean I won't. I don't have any that recent. There's the link. There you go. Thank you for that. Is that a must-have? Would everybody agree? A must-have. Can you please say the name of the large format skip? It's you could click if you just scroll in my video right now. Not sure if it's vintage. I have a link to it. It's Optiplex. I'll just put a link in. Hold on. I will just put a link in for you. I'd be delighted to. And you could click on it. It's a Optiplex A3 flatbed large format scanner. Or some combination of those words. I don't know if that's the exact flow of the title, but it's basically that. Look up Optiplex A3 large flatbed scanner. Large form flatbed scanner. It is this guy. And I saw Popeye use the bit.ly, which I'm a big fan of too, a tiny URL, whatever you use. So having a 97 character long link will do the same for you. Of course, I didn't. Hold on. $20 late. I got to get as good as dawn as this. There you go. There's the link to the scanner. Want to check that out? Not sure if it's vintage. Again, Jay Smith, are we talking about the scanner or the book? Probably the book because I'm behind a little bit, I know. Yeah, I'll definitely look out. The photo book would be awesome. Correct. It is in the link. No problem, guys. No problem. No problem. No problem. Just check it out. Not sure if it's vintage. There you go. Kelly with the proper nomenclature. If you want to learn more about the postal cancels on postcards. Ooh. Beautiful. Exactly. The bookmobile. Same with me. Yep. And Riff was the reading is fundamental. Yep. We used to have the bookmobile too. Weekly Reader magazine. Remember Weekly Readers? John remembers that. Me, John, and Connie are all exactly this, within 10 months of each other. We're all the same age. Somebody else. Purple Sorko, same thing. Big 5-5 in 5 days. So we have 555. Play that number tonight, everybody. Keylor book signed by Gary Clark. Are you familiar? Do you recommend? What's up? Memphis Blazer Steve. Welcome to the show. Long time no see, man. Great to have you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Big motherless scanner. It's motherless, actually, in New York. I know you probably say mother in the Midwest. RPPC quick guide. That's the flatbed scanner. Not familiar with that one. Whitney found 3 standard size color pics of a lady with Monty Hall, Cary Grant, and Victor Borga. The back says 49th Annual Variety Club. Wow. I'll tell you what. Did you put in any combination of those keywords to look on eBay? Or if you're not familiar, WorthPoint is a great site to check out stuff like that. I have a WorthPoint subscription. I know a few others in here have one. If anybody wants to look up that and see if we could find out a comp for Whitney, we could do it. Vintage Carter says, book it. Book it, Dano. Thinking of getting a scanner for Eric. Ooh. Tracy, if you can afford it, I know, again, I'm not joking. It's $350 is a steep price to pay, but I'm sure everybody would concur with me. Great product. And if you have a need for it, it will pay for itself. You know, the quality of your scan, 1 page, bam, done. Really, really highly, highly recommended. If you can swing it, do it. Mark can't spell. Oh, you can spell GED. That's funny. Tom, Dick, and James. Sure. Absolutely. Deltiologist. Popeye and Mark both have phenomenal series about postcard. Kind of postcard 101. What is postcard? What is the history of postcard? What to look for? Amazing stuff. Definitely, as always, highly recommend both of them. Do check out their channels. Wow, I caught up. Holy cow. All right, so we got the link for the scanner. Highly recommended, folks. I promise you I don't get a penny. If I did, I would probably give it out back to you guys in giveaways. Because I'm just that kind of guy. I opened up the show with a thank you to an anonymous contributor to my buy a coffee thing. Somebody bought 5 coffees from me today out of nowhere, like an hour before the show. And again, thank you very much. If you're watching, tip of the old hat. Want to remain anonymous? That's cool. It's funny because usually it'll say Connie was kind enough to get me one once. A couple of other people picked up, did the buy my coffee thing. I was very grateful, but it says, I knew it was Connie. This one says someone. It just said someone. I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you, someone. And again, thank you to Johnny for the super chat tonight. Greatly appreciated. Got to check out Johnny every morning, every Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. Great way to start your day. Gravity Goods. Cameron says we had it too in elementary school, and you read a lot of those free personal pampies. You mean weekly readers? Is that what we're talking about? And you're out, where are you? Oregon, I think, out west. Do wireless movie ads and do they sell? Yes. Movie ads are spectacular. It's really cool with the older magazines when you could get, if you could get a 1939 magazine that is the preview for like Wizard of Oz. What's the famous, there's so many movies, Stagecoach, Gone with the Wind, or the mega movies in 39, right? You could find them, like the new MGM picture. All those are great. I have a Easter Parade with Judy Garland and Fred Astaire. Yes, they absolutely sell great. The little promos for an upcoming movie, I have so many of them. Yes, they do sell really well. I would definitely put them up. And they truly become like little mini movie posters like you might find in the movie theater. If you get a Life magazine and it's 14 by 11, look nice framed up. Obviously, there's a lot of movie buffs out there. And that's where you might find, if you go all the way up to the 70s, which I think I do have a couple of Life magazines that go up to like 72 because there's a couple things on the election that year with Nixon and McGovern. And that's probably the newest magazines I have, 72. You might get a Godfather ad in 72. Things like that are going to be very valuable. Star stickers. $50, get out of here. That's what I have. I have an ES400, Ryan, right here by my person. And it wasn't $50. It was new. Same thing. I bought all this, the higher end, whatever, not higher end, but the duplex and the flatbed all about 2 years ago, I'd say. 2.5 years ago, maybe. Good night, Mark. Thanks so much for coming in, man. Appreciate it. Definitely go check out Mark, everybody. I'm going to skip ahead just to see before I even ask, because I was going to say, Dawn, can you throw a link to Mark's channel in there? She might have done that already. But if not, definitely go check out SM Postcards on the YouTubes. Oh, yeah, very cool. Yeah, they absolutely will sell, Dawn. Movie posters sell well. I have a bunch of, not a bunch, I have some movie posters that I've sold a few of that I picked up from Mr. Buys a Lot 2 years ago now. Exactly. On my birthday, it'll be 2 years. Did I mention it's my birthday enough times? Saturday. SMH. I love my scanner. Help me get a lot of ads faster. Yeah, without question. It avoids a lot of frustration that I experience too. Even with the phone, like the same concept as with the records for me anyway. Trying to get a really straight image where it's not slightly skewed or slightly warped is difficult, and the scanner takes all that out of the equation. I mean, you could even list, of course I prefer the duplex scanner for postcards, but let's just say you don't have a duplex scanner. If you have the flatbed, you could probably fit, I don't know, 369, at least like 12, 15 cards on one image. You could scan them all and get 15 scans, and flip them over, 15 scans of postcards if you don't have a duplex. But duplex is great for postcards. It's the thing to have for postcards, front and back, virtually instantaneously. I think I put like 25 or so at a clip, put them in. You could scan 500 postcards in 5 minutes, whatever the math is. It is great. No problem, Keith. Thank you very much. Hitting the road early. They're not paying the mortgage because you need more of them up. And believe me, I'm talking to myself when I say that. I need tens of thousands up, not 2,000. But I'll get there. Everybody's got to start from somewhere. Yep. See you, Mark. Have a safe, good evening. Gravity Goods is out your way in Oregon. Yep, that's what I thought. He's good people, Cameron. He does. What was it last night, Cameron? I lose track of days. I apologize. I think it was last night or Saturday night. I had a Beatles show Saturday night, which was fantastic, by the way. Great show. My God. Nice theater, packed. Great show. Long show. I played for like 2.5 hour concert. I'm still tired from it. But Cameron had a show. It might have been Saturday night or last night, like a late night shipping show kind of thing. Always fun to see. Definitely check out Cameron on the YouTubes as well. Ginny, how are you doing? Coming out of lurkdom to ask postcard experts on Ellen Clapsaddle. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you've been lurking. I'm glad you've come out of the lurkdom situation. Welcome to the show. You have a couple of ringers in here, so throw out your questions. Ellen Clapsaddle. Learned so much in the last few months about postcard selling from several of you guys. I'm wondering who are the influences in your life that have helped you on your journey. Well, for me, with postcards, is definitely Popeye and Mark primarily. Connie too, to an extent, but I don't think Connie. In fact, I know Connie doesn't have a channel. It'd be great if she did. But Popeye and Mark for sure are my two postcard mentors for sure. Print ads I kind of found on my own. I found a video about somebody that was doing it, but it wasn't very insightful. It was just like a one-off video. I kind of took that. I loved the idea. So myself for print ads, but for postcards, definitely John and Mark, Popeye and SM Postcards. But that's great to hear. And it's a great community here. I mean, you throw a question out, you're going to get top shelf answers from everybody. Popeye, I couldn't think of a link to work for the postal cancels. Hi, Karen. You're still watching. Thank you. You've been quiet. Bulliver watch ads. Yes. We've talked about Bulliver, have we not? I think we talked about Bulliver. Bulliver's fantastic. Some of the old Timex, believe it or not, but Bulliver's really good. Hope they sell well for you. What's the go-to Facebook group for ephemera questions and banter? Ooh, great question. There's a few. I did find, and again, I received several emails from people about the whole Black Americana thing. I did list I found a really nice ephemera. It's not just Black Americana, it's just ephemera. But they allow, the whatchamacallit, the ads that we're talking about that got pulled down from eBay. So check them out. If you're interested, again, just shoot me an email, jiminyflipit@gmail.com. I'll be happy to give you the link for that. I posted so far just 2 ads. We'll see what happens. But there's so many. If anybody wants to answer that as far as a go-to, have at it. Where would you find a Gone with the Wind, any magazine from 1939? You'd be likely. Just look at whenever the movie came out, and then look to see if you have an issue from, I don't know what month it came out. You could look that up and was it IMDb or any website? Just type in Gone with the Wind release date and look for a magazine that predates that. You probably find something. Go ahead, Jenny. Not an expert. Yeah, that's right. Closest thing we have to it, that's for sure. You have 2 St. Patrick's Day postcards that are unsigned but look like her work. Now, again, very limited experience on my end, Jenny, when it comes to this, but she does typically sign her work, correct, everybody? If it's unsigned, maybe it's not. Maybe it's a kind of a ripoff or her style. I don't know. Any place to look for a comprehensive listing of her, specifically of Clapsaddle? Yep, those are her. Wolf published her work. Very good. Cool. Yeah, man. No bad words on it. I mean, they weren't expensive, but they've been sitting for 2 years. And I only bought I bought one lot of, was it 50? I don't even think it was 50. I think it was 50. And I went and met him. I went up to, when he was still in Pennsylvania. I went up, very nice guy. Hung out. It was on my birthday, which was really nice. And I spent like 3 hours in his monstrous, cavernous building. He had 2 buildings. I know he moved down to South Carolina. Nice, really nice guy. He was very cool. It's a mess in there though, man. It's hard to keep all that stuff. It looks like like I told you, it looks like going into an airport hangar or something, or like a Costco, just filled with stuff. Very impressive. And yeah, I picked up in person. I think it was 50 movie posters. I think I've sold like maybe 10 in 2 years. So talk about long term. But I did make money on them. It's just they take forever. Yeah, exactly. That has Whatnot written all over it, Matt. You know what I mean? Do a movie poster lot or something. If you spent, I don't remember what I spent on them. $5 each, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was 50 for $5 each. I didn't have to pay shipping because I met him and hung out in his place. But Dawn with Marks. Thank you very much, Dawn. Go check out Mark, everybody. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, I know. Is there a good Clapsaddle reference book? Good question. I don't know. Popeye, I knew you would know. Yes, Popeye was going to know. And Popeye said now he has, I didn't know this, he has 40 some odd books on postcard collecting. So definitely the person to go to. There is a Clapsaddle book. Oh, wow. Okay. For me, one shame on you. That is, I know what that is. That's a George W. Bush reference, isn't it? Somebody made fun of him with that. Shame on you. Tempted to buy some of his postal lots. Advertise you're going to get a bunch of no names. And yeah, none of these were like A movies either. And I thought that might actually bode well for me. I'm like, oh, these are like more scarce movies that people might be, if you're a collector of movie memorabilia, which certainly there are lots of people that love movie memorabilia, and they're all in great condition. I really, far be it from me, I am now in no way, shape, or form ripping on my purchase or anything. It's just they are taking forever to sell, and I thought I'd be moving them quickly, and that's just not the case. They're all perfect quality. They were all folded. They're called one sheets, the ones I picked up, like basically a square foot, 12 by 12 or something. They unfold. A real pain. As big as this scanner is, it's not going to capture a movie poster. These things are huge. They were like a 3 foot by 2 foot poster. Real pain in the neck to get pictures of. I had to stand on a ladder and try to get it all into one view. So it was a pain to get them listed. I listed them all right away. I'm still in that mode where I like to buy and list. I try not to let stuff pile up. And I tried to get, my wife and I we spent hours and hours taking pictures of all these things. And I've only sold 20%, I think, of what I bought in 2 years. And it wasn't like, it was only 50. It wasn't like I bought a million postcards, or anything like that. It was 50 posters. But what are you going to do? Live and learn. Matt's right. Never again, sort of. I don't think I'm doing that again. Oh, really? See, I know nothing about her life or anything. Sold all postcards book. Actually, I was telling everybody I did go to I went to an antique mall, 2 antique malls relatively close to us, and I did see some postcard books in some of the book selling booths, but nothing like, they weren't in great shape. Like, this is brand new. It's perfect. These were kind of like banged up, but there was definitely a couple of postcard books. I should have taken some pictures and shown you. We were just slightly furious that we couldn't find any postcards to pick up in person. Signed postcards, illustrated reference guide. There you go. There's the book, everybody. Screenshot that. Postal Cancel book is by Richard Helbach. Lori sold at Rolex. How you doing, Lori? You've been quiet back there. You listening? You're eating dinner? It's probably still dinner time out there. Sold a Rolex ad once. Yeah, me too. Verizon. My Verizon bill is now available. I just got a notification. Clapsaddle isn't always. Okay, cool. I thought they were always signed, but I saw it before that somebody else put them out. Yeah, exactly, man. Live and learn, right? I don't think I was burnt or anything. It wasn't like I was sold. Like, again, I went in person, which was kind of cool. So I didn't like. I knew what I was getting. He was showing me them, and he just pulled. I mean, the guy really does. Mr. Buys a lot. I mean, he has an obscene amount of inventory of everything under the sun, all thrown in these two giant warehouse environments. His office. I know I mentioned this on a show or two ago. His office was immaculate. He had a beautiful office that I saw with some kind of comic book thing on. I don't remember. I'm not a comic book guy, so I don't know anything about it, but he was showing me some kind of comic book thing he had, and very nice and organized office and everything. But the place was just unbelievable to the rafters, just filled with stuff, everything you could ever imagine. So that's why he would do these auctions every day. He even showed me the table where he does the auctions. He just had like an overhead camera and, comic books and all this stuff, and just boxes and boxes of junk, quite frankly. I'm sure some of it is treasure too, but a lot of junk. And I went in person, and he's like, "You want to get some movie posters?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "I'm selling them $5 each. Just grab how many you want." And I said, 50. He just counted off 50 from these giant piles of them. And they were all in perfect condition, and I brought them home, but they just haven't been big sellers for me. Yeah, apparently everybody sees this now. I thought they were all signed, but Clapsaddle Cards published by International Art Pub, sometimes unsigned. Okay. What is going on, Rural Squirrel? Kristen, how are you? Great to have you. Things are doing pretty well. Thanks for coming in. We're almost 2 hours into the show already. And again, thank you everybody for coming in, and thank you everybody who left a thumbs up. If you haven't left a thumbs up, if you're so inclined, I would appreciate it if you would consider leaving me a thumbs up. They say it helps the video. I don't know how exactly, but supposedly it helps your videos. So welcome aboard. Good to see you, Kristen. Where are you? I always have to ask. Well, Kristen, you always have to ask where she is in the country, because she's a rural squirrel and she travels probably the globe, but at a minimum, she travels the continent. So where are we reporting in from? Yes, Jackie Jack. Honest to God, seriously, everything sells. Like they all sell. There's a collector for everything you could ever imagine. I was just telling somebody about this too. I sold two, what was it? Armor ham, Armor ham, the canned hams, 1955, two Arnold ham ads like sold, for the same buyer. So people collect everything. And liquor ads do sell really well, just as a general rule. No, not too far behind. I try. You see, remember, the difference between me and some other people who get ripped on for being slow in the chat is I actually post. You see this? You see what you're up there right now, Rural Squirrel, aren't you? I take the time to put everybody's comment up to be seen. And then we discuss the comment and we move to the next one. So that's why we will sometimes fall a little bit behind, but it's only for the benefit of those who have commented. They will be featured on my program. Yes, he did, Kelly. And he will again. A bubbly squirrel. Yes. You have a cool guide to Halloween postcards. That's cool. There's a copy of the Clapsaddle book at the Library of Congress. Holy cow. Yeah. You're not very far from DC proper, are you? Hey, Marie, how you doing? Yeah, Silver Surfer statue. Yeah, that was it. I apologize. I don't know anything about the superhero stuff or comic book. Yeah, he showed me. That was it. Silver Surfer. I don't know, some big statue of a Silver Surfer, I guess. He was very, very proud of that. So, of course, I pretended. I'm like, oh, man, that's awesome. But I didn't know what it was. If you like cat postcards, and who doesn't, and have Netflix, watch The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne. He illustrated and created dressed cat postcards. There you go. There's a must-watch on the old Netflix. You have an antique mall near you. They have tons of postcards. I wish I could find one. Yeah, that's exactly what happened yesterday to us, Tracy. Like we didn't have a huge variety either, but you'd have what was the card we were just ripping on? Plausible Chasm cards for $5. You know what I mean? It was ridiculous. It was not a reseller. It was resellers selling in their store instead of posting it on eBay. So they were hoping to get $5 a card. It was not a place to go to get deals at all, unfortunately. I'll find some place. There's got to be some places. And I will drive anywhere, I drive almost, probably not as much as Rural Squirrel, but I drive a lot. Local Antique Mall has tons of photos for 50 cents. See, I need to find me one of those places. I need to find a honey hole, as Kelly said. What kind of kids eat so? I don't know, but I sold 2 ads. It was ham, canned ham. Colorado, home tonight. Ask me again Wednesday. There we go. There's a teaser. He's alive. It's alive. Yes, and another channel, you know, obviously, Roll Squirrel. Check her out on the YouTubes. Dawn, if you have a link handy. Yeah, very true. And believe it or not, I'm sort of getting what you're saying there. Yeah, it was cool. It was a silver thing. It was a big statue kind of thing. It looked cool. I just didn't know what it was. But yeah, it did look cool. And I respect anybody who likes my Beatles stuff. Right? You can't see what's in front of me, but I have a lot of stuff in front of me that I love and I think is cool. So I think it's awesome. You're an hour from DC. Okay. World War II sub went to the National Archives, able to look through a copy of the deck logs. Wow, that's cool. Do you get any kind of like discounts in DC as a vet? Like, do you get to get into places for free or anything like that? Museums or anything? You see why he falls behind sometimes, guys? Because he is reading all of your comments one by one and posting them. That's why. Me, Albany? Holy God. 6 hours probably. Let me see. Let's go to the Google. Hike. We just played a show in Binghamton and it was like 4.5 hours, I think. And that's like southern New York State, right? Fairly southern. Albany would be, sorry everybody, my screen is right here and I have to like move my camera to see. Albany is 4 hours and 15 minutes northeast of me. It's a hike, but I would go. If there was goodies to be had, I would take a trip. There's Roll Squirrel's link for YouTube. Check her out. Not sure how the copyright works for that. The author has passed. Oh, you accidentally pushed out a video tonight as a premiere, but meant to do it for Wednesday. Well, then we're going to have to accidentally click on that video and check it out, everybody, after this show is over, which might be very soon. It's like 50 years since the person dies. Yeah, are there different rules? And Tracy's only 30. Yeah, so then you're about 3.5 hours or 4.5 hours for me, I guess. Yes, Dawn, always 2.5 hours north of the city. Yeah, I'm all the way down on the Delaware border, though, Michael. So it's a hike for me. And the only place you ask for the vet discount is Lowe's. Yeah, I know. Any like my dad, Vietnam vet, and he, you know, he's getting older now, and like we'll go to a diner or something to eat, and every time basically he says you got a vet discount, and they always apply it, whether they do or not. They give them like 10%, which is cool. Lori, congratulations. What done cha-chinged for you? We need to hear about that. Suffolk, Virginia. Son was transferred to the post office. Tracy, are you still batting zero right here? Salem Macari. There you go. Yeah, it's never just limited to eBay. Brother just moved to Connecticut. All right, cool. Now, Connecticut, again, is, depending on, we're playing a show in, where am I playing a show? In February in Connecticut. And it's like the Rhode Island border. Connecticut is it's a tiny state if you look at the map. But for those who know, I'm sure Michael knows, to try to drive from the western tip of Connecticut to the eastern tip can take like 5 hours to go across a space that's should be able to drive across in like an hour and a half. The traffic in Connecticut, it's always like the main roads are always under construction, day and night, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for the last 25 years. I have never been able to just cruise across Connecticut. It drives me batty because you kind of have to go to get to like all those states that we play in. You have to go through Connecticut. But I'll be playing a show in Connecticut. Wow, very cool. There's another, maybe that's something. How far is Albany from Kellyland? Probably several hours too. Kelly's all the way up in southern Maine. Been through but never stopped. Ooh, copyright information. Thank you, Dawn. Look at Dawn. Well done. And she's not even a citizen of our fair land. Yeah, if it's a half an hour, Tracy, how do you not go? And guess what? You take some footage and you got a video or 2 or 3. 9 hours from you. Depends. Crickets. Sorry about that, Tracy. Oh, yeah? Okay. Ungats. Yeah, that borders on the unacceptable. Not a postcard. 3. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Something plush. Congratulations. Doesn't have to be a postcard. Disney characters. Oh, okay. You would think I would know that. You're in Connecticut, Massachusetts, New York all the time. Connecticut is just a brutal state to drive through. I hope you would agree with that sentiment, Tracy. It's so hard to get through Connecticut. You going to Foxwoods? Oh, yeah? Did we have a play in Foxwoods? We tried to get in Foxwoods, and there was another competitive Beatle band there. They had a contract. But there's Foxwoods. There's what else is in there's another big, what is it called, Tracy? There's another one in Connecticut. Foxwoods and something else. I can't remember the name of it. Steve just turned 60. Congratulations. You keep forgetting to ask for senior discounts. There you go. Yeah, right. When you forget to ask for the senior discount, they should just give it to you. I don't know how old I am. Take the 10%, so. Congratulations, Steve. I'll be 55 on Saturday. I have sold a postcard and a print ad during the show. Congratulations, Purple Socko. Mohegan Sun, that's the one. Yes. Thank you, Tracy. CJ, yes, Steve, that's something you think about. And look at that. He caught up all the way down to 8:57. We'll be calling it a night in approximately 3 minutes as we approach 9 o'clock. Stephen asked, what is, I don't know, I forgot. Not something to laugh about because unfortunately my father sort of has a little version of it, dementia, whatever you want to call it, forgetting things. It's not easy. I think John's dealing with that with his mom. It's not an easy thing. I lost my grandfather to it too. So we're not joking about it, but we're just trying to have a little fun. But obviously nobody thinks the condition is something to laugh about. And if you do, well, then you just take yourself elsewhere, will you? But yeah, I had a great time tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think we hit on all the points I wanted to hit on. I hope everybody got their questions answered. Again, really check out if you're interested in this book. It's a very good purchase. It's $20, $22 or something with shipping. Great product, 400 plus pages, beautiful color illustrations, a price guide, history of postcards, just a general touch on some major topics of interest. And what I thought was really cool was she kind of gets into why they're collected and what people like about them, which I love that. Because I often wonder that, like, why are chromes spat upon basically in the postcard world? Well, because they're newer, things like that. Just really insightful, a good read, a lot of fun. I have to finish reading it, but what I've read already is enjoyable. My wife was reading it because she enjoyed it. You do a good job in directing with the chat. Thank you, Tracy. I think so. 50 people or whatever, and I'm reading every single one of these things and addressing everyone. I thought so, but some people are never satisfied. No, that was at 50, Lori. You kidding me? I got the AARP thing when I was 50. I'm a savvy I've never used one of the things, but I don't know. I look like I'm 30. That's obvious. Cricket sales wise. Oh, man. They throttled you down. Oh, Popeye, your card before we go. What was you sent us the link? Check. You could redo it if you want, Popeye. The link you just sent at the beginning of the show. There might be some people here that didn't see it, but Popeye's in the money on a cool Disney card. Did you pick that up on Del Camp was the question, but you were gone. You were going to eat dinner. Throw the link in one more time. Everybody's got to check out this link from Popeye. He has a monster card up for sale in an auction. Sorry to hear stuff. Yeah, my dad's, and he also has like Parkinson's. Oh, that was in the Dave lot. Wow, cool. So yeah, I understand, man. And we take care of him right now. So not easy. You too, man. Thank you, Ryan. Thanks for coming in. Hope everybody has a good night. But before we say goodnight, let's just check out Popeye's. Get that link in there, man. I want everybody to check out his card. You're very welcome, Whitney. And again, thanks for coming into the show. Great to have you. Good night, Tracy. Dave Lots. Two cha-chings in the show. Thank you, Michael. They can just search. You know what? You're right. How about somebody else does some work? Well, anyway, congratulations, Popeye. That really looks cool. Have a great night, everybody. Friday, we're not doing anything. My birthday's Saturday. And then one of my second youngest daughter's birthday is the day after. So we're going to be out, obviously, on Saturday. But we should do a show on Friday. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a listing show. Regardless, I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Hope your sales kick some butt. List. You list, you sell. Right, Popeye? That's what I heard. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you on the next one on Friday. Bye-bye.